this is your TBWS Daily. So listen to this, guys. Barney Frank came out and said he wants to remove the 5 rotating regional governors of the Federal Reserve Board. Now, it appears he thinks that having a cast of differing opinions undermines the legitimacy of the Federal Reserve. Now, the thinking is sound when he says it's not right to have folks in the financial industry picking people to vote on setting interest rates. By the way, Monetary Policy Setting Market Committee has 12 members, 5 of which are picked by private regional banking institutions.
Now, getting, presumably, the big banks out of the Federal Reserve picture seems like a decent enough idea, but a solution is to let the president appoint those posts. Now, is it safe to presume that the president will appoint those to these posts that supported his political career? Yeah, I think so. And if that's the case, is there not baggage that comes along with that process? Now, here's a point of concern that affects you, as your job is dependent and directed in part by what the banks do and how they're affected by the Federal Reserve.
Now, follow us on this. The newly formed CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, is under the control of the Federal Reserve, right? Now, the CFPB is going to make broad sweeping changes to our industry, some of which we've already had the taste of.
Now, under the Dodd-Frank Act, which spells out the creation of the CFPB, under Section 210, authorizes the FDIC to borrow up to 90% of a failed firm's total consolidated assets in the 60 days following the firm's failure. So, in the case of Bank of America, that would equal $2 trillion in bailout money. Oh, and according to the House Financial Services Committee article, it would be picked up by the taxpayers.
Okay, so follow us. Here's the tricky part. Even though this is under the guidance of the FDIC that does not take tax money, it's authorized under Frank Dodd, which led to the formation of the CFPB. That's under the control of the Federal Reserve Board. Now, the Federal Reserve Board has positions appointed by banks, the same banks that would then be in line to receive bailout funds in the event they mismanage their risk in the future.
So is that a problem? Because it sure seems like a bit of inbreeding to me. Now, the question still remains. If we get the bank-appointed positions out of the way, as Barney Frank would like to do, would we then be in a position with the Federal Reserve where it's run more like a monarchy rather than an oligarchy with dissenting voices? I mean, after all, the president would be in a position to stack the deck with his appointees that would surely reflect his monetary policy. Now, if you don't believe me, consider this.
Elizabeth Warren. She's been appointed by President Obama as the interim head of the CFPB. The reason she's been interim to this point is because she wouldn't get appointed permanently. However, it's widely believed now, with recent events, and I think you know what I'm talking about, it's given the president the political equity to spend on her permanent appointment. Now, according to the head of the Independent Community Bankers of America, you can expect her nod in the coming weeks, and she now has a better than 50% chance of getting appointed.
So here's the point. It appears everyone's got a dog in the fight, man.
Yeah,
the administrative branch does, Congress does, along with the Federal Reserve through the interpretation of Dodd-Frank, and along with the FDIC with the implementation of Dodd-Frank.
Now, it seems to me, though, that there's been one group absent from the conversation. Well, that'd be you.
Yeah. I mean, do you guys see a problem with this? Let us know what you think in the comments section down below.
Thanks a bunch. Hey guys, as always, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you watching our show and visiting us at these locations.
Yeah.
If you want to hook up with us tomorrow, we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio at the 50th Ohio Mortgage Bankers Association Convention. You can click on down below or up above to get more details on it.
That's right. We'll also be in Chino Valley with the video marketing workshop on the 16th of May. That's next Monday. Again, click on the events tab up on the top of our blog, which is at tbwsdaily.com if you're not watching us there, and get the details there where you can register as well. With that, you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe for free on your right and forward the video and all that good stuff down below.
Think big.
Work small. We'll see you
Later.